this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So in this effort that we're making now to heal the Black American nation and family, there are some hard truths that we have to look at. Our Constitution, the standards in our society are based on biblical principle. So when we speak from the Bible, we're really speaking on how the country was established, even though America has not lived up to those principles or the ideals that it expounds in the Constitution when it comes to black people. Nevertheless, we black people have to try to live up to the biblical standards if we want to reap the benefits of the promises of the scriptures. So for quite some time on social media, there has been a number of voices saying that black women are not accountable. I am not quite sure what it is that black women are not accountable for, but that seems to be the message. Black women are not accountable. Now, nothing else is said about anybody else. It's just black women. So Dr. Tony Evans, who has had some issues of his own lately, has a sermon that really kind of resonated with me. So I thought I would share that sermon with you and see if you agree with him.
This is powerful.
God did not create Adam and Eve at the same time. He created Adam first, gave Adam his responsibility, gave Adam his word, because God holds men responsible first.
Wow. Yes.
When men abandon their lead responsibility, women are critical. They're essential. He uses Ezer Kenigdo. She's an essential collaborator. But when mankind fell, God didn't come and say, Adam and Eve, where are y'all? He said, Adam, where are you? The Bible says in Adam all die, not in Adam and Eve all die.
Wow.
When God did the covenant, he said, I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not Sarah, Rebecca, and Rachel. In other words, he would hold men ultimately responsible. In Exodus chapter 34, verses 23 and 24, God called all the males, he left all the women home, and he said, if I can get you men to listen to me, I will send you back and I'll save your nation. So he holds men ultimately responsible. So when men fail, it's like the foundation of a house failing. The other parts are critical, but the stability of the other parts are dependent upon the solid foundation. Foundations don't have to be pretty, but they better be strong. So God is calling men to be strong so that everything else, family, churches, and culture, can be built on their strength. Because if not, then we're calling on women to be women and men. And God is not calling on them to be both. He's calling on us to be men.
To make this happen.
So, is he right about it? My takeaway from that is that as black Americans who have come through the system that we have come through and are still living in the system that we are living in, there needs to be a meeting of the minds. There needs to be a sense of responsibility for each gender. The role of the men in the black American community who plan to stay in the black American community needs to be well defined. And the role of the women in the black American community who plan to stay in the black American community also needs to be well defined. We can do this. We can actually do this. We have a good blueprint. We have a pretty good idea about how things are supposed to be because most of us have a religious background. So we already know how the pieces are supposed to fit. It's just a matter of everybody accepting their role and playing their part. God is not calling black women to judge black men by white men's standards, and he is not calling black men to judge black women by white women's standards. We are not the same. So when we begin with black women don't do this and black women don't do that and black men don't do this and black men don't do that, we have set up a situation for failure. Because you've set yourself up as the judge of all black women, all black men, and that's not your job. That is not your role. And if you are with a person where they never do what you want, or you have all this fault with them, you have to accept the fact that that person is not for you. That's not the right person for you. But that person might be right for somebody else. So self-reflection and self-awareness are very important in human relationships. So this preacher brings out some very fundamental and basic points. The man has his role in society and the woman has hers. But the ultimate responsibility of the society, the foundation of the society, is on the man. And women can't keep you from leading because you've been given that assignment by the Creator. For us to survive and thrive the way we should, we have to build strong family units. That is mandatory. It is just a requirement. So that is our challenge right now, to build strong, sustainable, functioning families where children can grow up with an identity, with an understanding of who they are and what their place is in the universe. And I really believe we can do it because we really do have a good foundation. We are off to a good start. I just think we need to grow up. I always say this about Black Americans. We just need to grow up and accept that nobody is going to save us. Just like people keep saying, nobody is going to save us but ourselves. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about Dr. Tony Evans' speech. And let me know whether or not you agree with him. And what do you think we have to do in order to survive and to really prepare ourselves to lead? We don't know what the future is going to hold for us. We might end up having to lead and govern ourselves. Then what are we going to do? It's something to think about. Are we prepared to be leaders of ourselves? We should be. And if we're not, we need to start getting ready because that just might be what our future becomes. Thank you for listening and let me know what you think about the video.